A call for the faithful. Exotic sights and sounds. Energized vendors and fans alike, helping them get their hearts into a cause.
I'm calling out for barbecue, the hookup barbecue. Barbecue, barbecue!
Everybody's getting a taste of tradition.
Barbecue chicken. It's great, too.
Been here for 3 years, and I've been trying for a long time to get to a Vols game with my grandson.
A lot of leadership. That's what comes to my mind, and a lot of spirit and tradition.
It's a little nippy right now, but it's perfect. The sun's out, and I think it's going to warm up.
The Vol Walk is but one staple found on campus.
We've been doing this for like 5 years. You want any green onions with it?
Yeah. On game day, Larry's Coney Island cart becomes more than just a moneymaker. It's also a storyteller.
We just meet people, and people come in, they talk, you know, come from Arkansas or Alabama, Georgia.
Boy, you think that is ready to eat?
As expected, plenty of business to be had.
Pretty slow till about 2 hours for a game, and then it picks up, get pretty rushed. You get a line probably 10 deep.
A loyal crowd, one who certainly gets a taste of what the orange and white experience truly means.
The sense of being at Tennessee and being able to support the Vols.
Bob Kessling and Bert Bertelkamp at Thompson Bowling Arena. The only team to shoot more than 50% from the floor against Kentucky this year, Georgia.
Defense! 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 Rocky Top! Woo! Rocky Top, Tennessee!
Zero 0206 this morning, the Knoxville Fire Department responded to a reported structure fire.
I just said, oh my God, I can't believe this store happened like this.
A fiery blaze that swept away memories and a whole lot more.
Watching the job go down.
Frank Lewis says his heart hurts. Just a few hours prior, he closed up shop at Party Time Package Store and Palace Liquor, a community staple since 1972.
Like everybody knew everybody that came in. You knew everybody that came in. They came when it was common regular customers.
The fight that's been here for years, ever since I was a little girl, it's been here. And it's sad to see it gone.
This location here.
Residents and family alike, touched by the destructive fire, reminisce. Thoughts are shared on how the store's owner, Clarence McDowell, was a source of strength and support for the Lonsdale community.
Been there for the longest, served most of the black, all of this community anyway, black, white, everybody, don't make no difference.
He helped the community a whole lot. That's all he ever think about, helping the community.
A tricky situation unfolded. The building's roof system was on fire, making it more dangerous for firefighters to handle. But as emergency responders do their best to fan the current flames, the past swells into a present tense.
It's a lot of good memories. I can't tell you what kind of memories. I just hate it.
Everybody just love this old liquor store.
THP is actively seeking, impaired drivers, aggressive drivers, look for safety belt violations.
THP Trooper Jim Dalton says summertime is their busiest season on the highway.
They'll get out, and of course they've been cooped up all winter long. They're ready to hit the road. There's 71 out by itself.
So THP is hitting the road along with them.
We'll look for safety belts not being on. We'll look for, people exceeding posted speed limit. People weaving, certain indicators of DUI.
Less than 5 minutes on I-40.
Running about 83 in a 55. Of course, broad daylight, fully marked unit.
Dalton's already caught a speeder near the Paper Mill North Shore exit.
Don't have any type of emergency or anything?
Now this Knoxville woman is even more late for work.
You are getting a speeding citation. I'm going to give you a warning.
And brought to tears over her ticket.
I've had a few yell, I've had a few cuss. A few of them tell you you're just a flat-out liar.
But no angry drivers today.
So really not too bad.
Even an Ohio man caught driving a bit too fast on I-75.
Reason stopped today, you're running 80 in the 55.
This couple says they were talking about their 777 wedding tomorrow.
I was talking with her, I wasn't paying attention.
Wasn't paying attention?
Despite the wedding bells, Dalton didn't give the couple a break.
It seems that people get in the car and they think they've got an invisible shield around them.
Dalton hopes the tickets will be lessons learned that save lives.
The faster you go, the worse the impact's going to be, in a crash situation.
Kim Bedford, WVLT Volunteer TV News.
It's case number 2002-203256. But for investigators and a family, it's an unsolved mystery that's gone on for a year and a half. 2909 Jason Court, a house sits almost untouched by time. This is the home of Joyce Kreider. It sat silent since October 27, 2002, the night she vanished.
Literally, she has dropped off of the face of the earth.
Joyce was 32 years old. She had an infectious smile, 4 dogs she treated like her children, and a mother with whom she kept close contact, talking on the phone sometimes 5 times a day.
That's how tight the conversation is, and that's how often that they talk. And from Sunday night, nothing.
Joyce was in the middle of a divorce when she disappeared. She and Bill Kreider had been married since November of 1999. The night she vanished, her family says she was headed to see Bill at a hotel where he had been living. Her brother says she went to tie up some loose ends in regard to the divorce.
From what we know and what we understand, she was on her way over to see him. Now, he has denied being with her that weekend in depositions.
This is a deposition requested by Kreider's family in December of 2002. Bill Kreider testifies he didn't see Joyce on the Saturday before her disappearance. Then, in a second deposition given in April of 2003, Bill says he was with Joyce on that Saturday. They spent the night in Florence, Kentucky. He says Sunday evening he had dinner with his boss and did not see Joyce.
Bill, I think, knows something. I think that there is some help that he could give to the investigation, and he's not cooperating.
Joyce was supposed to show up for a divorce proceeding the following Tuesday. No one had heard from her since Sunday.
By Monday night, we're nuts, beside ourselves. So we call the police.
Anytime someone disappears and there's no tracking is odd and peculiar. Someone who's going, right before they're scheduled to give a deposition, it always is concerning to us, to me.
For a month, I was calling, leaving messages. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where you're at. I don't know what's happening. Please call us back.
6 weeks later, police located Joyce's car backed into a parking space in an undisclosed location.
There may be some potential pieces of evidence that could help us out.
Evidence police continue to gather as a family continues to wait and wonder, and a home sits empty, without the sound of beloved pets and without the presence of Joyce Kreider.
As morbid as this is, I would really like to be able to put a headstone out and treat her with respect. Because right now, I know she's not being treated with respect.
This is Julie.
Me!
She's 5 years old. She's in kindergarten now.
I got the prettiest bear.
These are her favorite toys. Julie lives with her aunt in Clay City. She hasn't seen her mother in 5 months.
For a long time, we told her, for 2 months, we told her, a couple months, we said, Mommy's working. She's working. She'll be coming in any day. Mommy's working. But over the last month, 6 weeks, it's been, we don't know where Mommy is. We're looking for Mommy.
Sabrina Vaughn was a partier, the type of person who never met a stranger. Friends would often see her at Joe's Cantina in Mount Sterling. Her best friend says that's the last time she saw her in late 2003.
And I haven't seen her since then. Since the night that she told me she was going to come back and never did come back.
And there is a possibility that she would have left with someone without really knowing them.
Detective Shane Barnes of the Montgomery County Sheriff's Department has been investigating Vaughn's disappearance since January, when her family realized she'd been gone too long. But since Sabrina Vaughn had no checking account or credit cards to track, the case soon went cold.
She has no paper trail to chase to try to find where she may be.
Back in Clay City, Tina Knipp says she knows her sister was teetering down a path of destruction before she vanished.
She'll go to bars and just be drinking, and somebody, I'll give you a ride home. If she needed a ride home, she'd go. She wouldn't ask who they were. I said, somebody's going to do something to you. You don't want them to.
But is that what led to Sabrina's disappearance? No one, including police, knows for sure. And it's the lack of answers that may be hardest on this 5-year-old. She only knows that lately, Mommy hasn't been around.
She'll say, I had a dream about my mommy last night, and well, what did you dream? I dreamed she came back. We just try to keep everything away from she's dead. We just don't want to think that, and I guess we don't let our minds go there.